Okay guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So we may have a problem with the Steam machine, and it is the following. The pricing of this console may be more than what people are expecting. So this is what happened in a recent meeting that Linus Tech Tips was involved with, and it was pretty crazy. So see, he says that he is disappointed that the upcoming Steam machine may not be priced like a console. Wolf asked what I meant by console price, and I said $500. Nobody said anything, but the energy in the room wasn't great. So this is what's happening here basically. As you can see here, the founder, Linus Sebastian, shared on his show how Valve execs balked at his $500 console style price, suggesting favoring competitive PC pricing instead. So they're looking at PC competition, not console competition. Online debate rages that over $500 to $600 makes it hard to beat custom mini PCs or discounted PlayStation 5s, which, yes, it is the case, with success hinging on bold pricing to attract casual gamers and couch players. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Honestly, I believe that Steam may be making a mistake here. I mean, if they want to price this console at $700, $800, right? The question is, will that be viable? Because just for example, you can buy an RTX 480, no issue there, no problem there. You can then, with maybe, I know, like secondhand effectively, and then if you have an old PC already, you can just install the RTX on your older PC, provided obviously you have the memory and stuff, so you can then play games at super high quality with that same price for much longer. Now of course, this is a plug and play kind of feature, so this is for people who don't have a gaming PC, so to speak, so they just go in, buy it, plug and play, and that's pretty much it. Same as a console, but at the same time you can install Windows and do work stuff on the box, as you may call it, right? But the problem is the following: if this console is going to be priced at $800, many people, it's not gonna buy it. I mean, so as I said, right, if they go 700 or something, they're misplacing the product. PC gamers have a PC, many already have a laptop if the PC is too far to rig up for a TV. Console gamers aren't going to convert at that price range because it's not familiar. That's the problem. If you're a console player and you suddenly have to choose between a PlayStation 5 and this one, you will choose the PlayStation 5, or you will wait for the PlayStation 6 to come out and you're gonna buy the PS6 in 2028 because you're gonna be like, what's the point of buying this one now when I can wait a few years and get the better one, which is going to be much more powerful in 2028 with a cheaper price. Potentially the PlayStation 6 may cost 600 potentially, right? Who knows? And not 800 as this particular box PC. So it is a contentious point, to be honest. I'm not sure what people are going to think about this, but yeah, I do believe that this is, I don't know, something that they should really think about. Same as Groom says here, I think the Steam machine is going to be $800, and that's before the recent RAM increase, which the RAM right now is so expensive, it doubled in price, by the way, online. Steam is going to have to eat the cost increase to keep the machine desirable. Bad timing. Now, I believe that many of these companies, what they have to do, same as what Sony did. Sony, by the way, they lost money with the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4 in the first year. They only started making money afterwards, and they started making money with the software sales from the console, from the PlayStation Store. That's the thing, right? So Steam, what they have to do here is they have to take the hit, sell it at a cheaper price, get into the market, penetrate the market, have like a 10% share, 15%, I don't know, whatever, right? 20% share, and then slowly build up loyalty from there. Because once people trust Steam machine, they will trust to buy the next console and the next one and the next one. But you have to build the trust. So the trust is only built if you are able to penetrate the market initially, make people comfortable with your console or your PC/console, and then the next iteration is going to be purchased even more because people trust your product and they're like, you know what, this is really good, this is better than a PlayStation because I don't have to pay for the online fee, whatever reason, doesn't matter. The problem is that they have to make sure they make it attractive, because if not, people will not buy the console and then they will literally fail. So yeah, if this is going to be like this, I honestly I don't think it's going to work. Like I don't think it's going to work. If it's gonna be $600 for this, my friend, it's not happening. It's just not happening. Like I just no, because people will just buy a PlayStation 5. Like this is exactly what's gonna happen. Hope it's not too bad, but it would be funny seeing all those Valve Steam Machine hype posts to do this the moment it's $800 to $1,000. That's exactly what's gonna happen. People will not support this because it's just no. If you want to pay $1,000, you're going to go the extra cost, spend a bit more, and get a proper rig, and then use the rig for work and for gaming, right? So that's the problem, right? So you have either one category, which is basically the gamers for consoles, which are going to pay 500 to 600, and then you have the PC players, which are willing to pay more than 1,000. If you price it at 800, you're in no man's land. The console players will not buy it, and the PC players will just ignore it because they can just spend just a bit more and get a proper rig. So that's the problem. You are pricing it in no man's land. So you have to either go one way or another. In this case, because it's a console kind of like format, right? Cube, plug and play, you should be aiming for maximum $500 to $600 at most. That's it. Otherwise, I just don't see this like succeeding whatsoever. Like this is not gonna succeed unless they do that. Yeah, so pretty crazy, guys. Honestly, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what the CEOs are thinking, but this is a really good one. Valve putting 400 price tag on it just because they can afford it, and as a company to ruin the console war would be the funniest thing ever. That's the thing. If you want to penetrate the console war, if you want to dominate the market, you have to enter aggressively. Otherwise, people will just ignore you. That's simple as that. I mean, that's just simple math. It's gonna happen. So literally, this is what you have to do. Now, honestly, I believe that the Steam Machine looks pretty good. Like, as a concept, it's pretty nice. And also plug and play and stuff like that, right? Portable, nice, easy, light. So it has a lot of good stuff going for it, which is really important. But the pricing is going to determine everything. People, hear me out. This is really important. People will not pay $800 for this in mass. They will not. Some people will pay, of course, you know, there's people who will pay for it. But in the general, 80% of people or 80-70% will not pay this amount of money for this because it does not make any freaking sense. It's as simple as that. So guys, that's it for today's video on this one. We'll see what happens, but honestly, I believe that Steam is making a massive mistake here, losing out on potentially kind of like penetrating in the market and getting that like, you know, loyalty from people effectively. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But guys, as always, I shall see you later in the next one. And yeah, we'll see what happens with the Steam Machine, because we never know. You never know, guys. This is really interesting stuff, and we'll find out in very, very short time, especially because the console, I think it's coming out next year at some point, so we'll find out pretty soon, maybe even in the Game Awards, potentially with a price review in December 11th. So guys, that's it for today's video. I shall see you later in the next ones. Bye.